What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. In this video, I want to talk about RoboCop Rogue City and talk about why I think we need to be keeping our eye on this game. This is my why I'm not getting series, and well, this game would be probably in that middle category, right? Where it's kind of like, well, I'm going to be watching it, I'm going to be waiting for a sale, and I want to discuss that with you guys in this video because this has been a game that's been known about for a very long time. It's had plenty of time to kind of like mature in our minds. There's been plenty of whether it's cutscenes or whether it's the actual in-game stuff. There's actually the demo that's out now. When I'm recording this, I haven't played the demo, and honestly, as we get into an ever increasingly more busy October, I highly doubt I'm gonna play the demo, at least before the game actually releases. Maybe it's something that I'll do when the game comes out, or to try to make like this final decision of am I gonna get this game or not. But I wanted to discuss it because the game, to me, the game looks pretty okay. Now, again, I guess that's without playing the demo, where it's like, well, you don't know necessarily how it controls, but everything to me looks pretty cool about it. I wouldn't say I'm a massive RoboCop guy. I have seen RoboCop and I do appreciate it, and when it comes to this game, one of the things that I think is commonly thrown around, and it makes sense from whether it's the developers or whether it's the publisher, this looks like a game that was maybe like 10 or so years past when it should have come out. The game doesn't scream massive AAA. This is not a narrative AAA kind of thing. This is definitely, I would say, more in that AA category. Now, that doesn't make it bad. That doesn't make it terrible. It just makes it where, I think you're going to have to kind of keep your eye on it, because I think it could go one of two ways. It could come out and be surprisingly like above average, surprisingly better than what you would maybe expect of it, or it could come out and honestly be a complete train wreck. I feel like you look at the trailers for Gollum, right, and any of the gameplay leading into that game, and not to have that game just be like the punching bag of everybody, but that's a game that I don't think was ever pretending to be a AAA game. We all kind of knew that was a AA game. They're trying their best with a limited budget, probably limited experience, and that really rang true in everything that you saw of it. You could watch it and say, okay, well, you could debate like how good it ever looked like once in its entire life, but you could tell it was never this massive thing. RoboCop, it's not the exact same thing, okay? I'm not comparing it to Gollum because honestly I think it's going to be so much better, but you get the sense where it's like, okay, the combat seems limited. It actually seems pretty cool. I think leaning into RoboCop, even though it's first person, I know that's made some people upset. They want it to be third person. I get that, but like the combat looks solid. It doesn't look amazing. The cutscenes definitely don't look amazing. They look okay when it comes to like character models and stuff. When you think of the voice actor, I mean, that's actually an extreme highlight. The choice-based stuff that's going on, some investigative work in this game. It looks like a pretty solid package. From a personal opinion, and that's what a lot of these videos, the why I'm getting, why I'm not getting videos, they tend to be more of my personal feelings towards the game. Look, one of the main reasons this is not like a buy right away, well, number one, I'm still not sold on the game. I think I need to see more of it, maybe play the demo, maybe see even more than what the demo has to offer, but also when it comes out. So it comes out, I believe, November 2nd. Now, that's the same day as like Star Ocean, and it's right after Alan Wake. It's in the same area, I suppose, as Spider-Man, probably like, 2 weeks or so after. November is kind of packed in the middle, like a Dragon, Gaiden, the Man Who Erased His Name. You got Persona 5 Tactica. November lightens up. It's not as bad as September and October in terms of just games releasing every day, but it's still got a lot that me specifically, I'm going to be playing. So for me, RoboCop is not at the top of that list. I might still be finishing up Alan Wake at that. I mean, that's like 5-6 days after Alan Wake, so maybe I'll still be playing that. Got to get ready for Like a Dragon, which comes out, I think, 7 days, maybe a week after RoboCop. So it comes out in an unfortunate spot because it hasn't done enough to prove that I need to get this game day one. It's exactly, honestly, I feel like I titled this thing pretty well. This is something that I need to keep my eye on. It's something I will be keeping my eye on because I think for Black Friday, or even, I don't even need it necessarily discounted, even if it's just after the big wave of games. And if this game kind of proves itself in the mainstream, or the more I see of this game, you're going to see more footage and all that stuff, and just hear more opinions about it once the game actually releases. So if it can make a good mark, now that I'm looking for it to get like a certain review, I guess if it comes out and it gets like a 30 across the board on Metacritic, right? Like if people are dunking on it like they did on Gollum, it's like, okay, I dodged a bullet there, right? I think I could trust reviews in that way. But if it's a 65, 70, 75, right, where it's like it's above average, it's in that area, I mean, that's kind of what I expect of it, and I wouldn't really be all that mad, and it's still something I'd maybe even want to give a look to, maybe even give it a try. Just not when it releases, right? Just not day one. Maybe closer to Black Friday, end of November, sometime in December when things really, the only game in December really that comes out is Avatar. There's really nothing else that comes out in December, so it's a very light month. So it'll open up a little bit more and give games like RoboCop that might not get too much attention because it comes out during this tsunami, it might get more attention later on. So I'll be honest, to end this video, I'll say this. It surprised me. Like, the more we've seen of this game, I think this is the way I would want to say it. The more we've seen of it, the more impressed I've been. I think the very first time we saw it, in fact, I actually remember when this game was first announced, and I don't think they really showed all that much then, but then there was a trailer, there was a little gameplay like segment, I think IGN did a thing with it, and it looked fine, maybe even less than fine. Like, it definitely, to me, in my eyes, started as, ooh, like, this doesn't look very good. But again, it kind of embracing this AA mentality, and I think they're really trying to make it RoboCop, and they have to, because this game, again, it's not made with $200 million. This is not Horizon or Halo or things like this. They got to keep it contained. I mean, that's literally a limitation, right? Once you kind of embrace that, and honestly, it's not even just that. The more we've seen of it, I think it looks more polished. I think it does look better, like visually. I think it just looks better. I also think it kind of looks cool. The more that we've seen, the cooler it kind of looks. So I'm willing to give this game a try, as long, again, if it comes out and it's like, oh my god, this is a Gollum situation, or this is, name the bad game that's come out this year. If it's like that, then obviously I would have kind of dodged a bullet. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.